Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving deep into something really helpful for businesses and, well, anyone busy, human virtual assistants. And we're focusing on the good stuff, the real benefits they bring.
That's right. And just so we're clear, a human virtual assistant, or VA, is basically like a super smart helper who works remotely. They can handle all sorts of tasks to make your day easier. And a lot of our insight today comes from VA gods. They really know their stuff in this area.
Okay, good context. So our mission today, let's find out how these assistants can give you back time, maybe save some money, and generally just make things run, smoother. All right, let's unpack this. The biggest reason to get a human virtual assistant. It's got to be all the advantages, right?
Absolutely. Let's start with time, because that's huge. They handle those everyday tasks, the repetitive stuff. So you get to focus on the bigger picture, the work that actually grows your business or helps you advance.
Okay, makes sense. Any concrete examples of that?
Yeah, the source mentioned a consultancy firm. They saw a 40% jump in strategic work hours just by letting a VA handle their appointment scheduling and admin. 40%.
Wow, 40%. That's significant. Now, here's where it gets really interesting for a lot of folks. Saving money. How does that work?
Well, think about it. Hiring a full-time employee comes with a lot of costs, right? Salary, benefits, office space, equipment. With a VA, you often pay just for the hours you need or the tasks they complete. It's much more flexible.
Ah, so it's not just salary versus hourly rate. It's all those hidden costs you avoid.
Exactly. The source, VA Gods, points this out clearly. They mentioned a healthcare office, for instance, cut their admin costs by 25% using VAs for those specific office tasks. That's capital they can put back into patient care.
Okay, so time saved, money saved.
Yeah.
But what about just, life? Does it actually make life better?
Oh, definitely. It's a huge factor for work-life balance. Imagine not having that constant low-level stress from managing emails, scheduling, all those little things. When a VA takes that off your plate, you genuinely have more mental energy. More time for family, hobbies, or just to, breathe.
Yeah, that mental space sounds invaluable.
It really is. There was a project manager mentioned who felt much less stressed. And because of that, they could think more clearly, focus on the big ideas instead of getting bogged down. It improved their actual work quality.
Right, that makes total sense. Now, what about the outside view? Customers. Can VAs help there too?
That's a fascinating point, actually. Yes, they absolutely can. Because they're human, they can provide that personal touch that, automated systems just can't. They can chat with customers, understand nuances, show empathy. It makes people feel heard and valued.
There's better customer experience then.
For sure. The source material had examples like an online shop seeing a 25% increase in positive customer feedback, and a travel agency getting more repeat bookings specifically because their VA provided such great personalized service. That connection matters.
And speaking of tailored service, this ties into something interesting from our source, VA Gods. They mentioned localization. Having teams may be based in specific places like the UK. Why is that helpful?
Yeah, that's a really smart point. It's about cultural fit and understanding. If you're a UK business, for example, having a VA from a UK-based team, like the ones VA Gods has, means they get the local market nuances. They understand the phrasing, the expectations, maybe even the humor sometimes. It makes interactions smoother, avoids misunderstandings.
So it's not just what they do, but how they do it, tailored to the location.
Precisely. It adds that layer of cultural competence, which can be super valuable, especially in customer-facing roles or marketing support.
Okay, so wrapping this all up. Yeah. What's the big takeaway for you listening? It seems pretty clear that a human virtual assistant can be, a real game changer. Not just an assistant, but maybe more like a strategic partner.
Definitely. And it leaves you with a really important question to ponder, doesn't it? What could you achieve if all those time-consuming, detailed tasks were just handled, expertly taken care of? Think about the time, the focus, the peace of mind you'd get back.
A very compelling thought indeed. Something to definitely reflect on.